Hey everyone, this is Brittany with Redeemable Junk, and I'm here today to go back to the basics. This is more of a video for a beginner, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a junk journal cover out of this Amazon packaging, and I'm going to insert a signature and sew it in. That's what we're going to do. There's not going to be no decorating in this video. This is mostly for beginners to show them how to make what I believe to be one of the easiest forms of a junk journal, okay? Instead of doing fabric, okay, you don't even have to do fabric and do this. You could simply get a piece of paper and fold it in half and use that as the cover of your journal, okay? We don't have to go all fancy. This is just a little bit of a step up, okay, from a paper journal, because I thought that would be really easy and most people know how to do that. So we're going to take this and we're going to turn this into a cover. I don't usually use these as my covers. What I usually use is a Stouffer's box, okay? Yes, a frozen lasagna box. I usually use that. I cut that to size. And when I do my next journal, I'm going to start beginning to end, and I'm going to videotape it all. It's going to be a very, very long process because I put a lot of thought into my journals, but that's what we're going to do. But to start off with, we're going to do this. So what you're going to need is a piece of muslin, and I needed 2 pieces because when I put my muslin down I could still see through it. So I got another piece and I cut them to the same size, and what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go sew them together. Now if you do not have a sewing machine, you can glue these together, but I suggest sewing it because you could see your glue marks through the fabric if you do that, okay? I'm just warning you. Sometimes it doesn't dry clear. So I'm going to sew mine and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got the muslin sewn together, so it's one piece. Now we're going to take what we want our cover to be. I chose this coffee stained, it's a beach theme. It has seashells on it, and that's what I chose to do my cover with, okay? So what I did was I cut a piece of fabric to size, and I want it to lay over on the back, and then I'm going to put my muslin over what I fold over, okay? So to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to lay it where we're going to have it folded over, and what I do is I cut just a little notch out of my corner so that when I fold it down, let me show you guys. Let me move it over a little bit more. Folds down like that and it into a corner like that. So it's, you can't really see nothing, and it lays flat and it lays right. So sometimes it doesn't always work out that way whenever I cut them. Sometimes it doesn't always lay right, but I try my very best. And if it don't, I improvise, okay? So there's nothing that you cannot, with a junk journal, improvise with. So I am going to glue this down, and then I will sew it, okay? But I'm just going to put a bead of glue across it to get me started, to get it held together. And I say that I am. Let me see. I might have fibbed to you. No, I'm just joking. We're going to get it done. My glue bottle just, I need a glue topper. It wants to clog up. I don't know why. Okay. Let's try it now. If this is going to keep giving me problems, I'm just going to grab my Fabri-Tac bottle. Just give me a second. I'm not going to make you guys sit there and suffer through trying to watch me get that to come out. I don't know what its problem is. Oh. But I've been having that problem lately. So we're just going to use this. And this will mostly be covered up by the muslin, so if it shows through, it's not a real big deal to me. Oh, no. Okay. So that's what I mean. We might have to improvise a little bit because that was coming off on the side. So I think we're good now. Okay. We're good now. And since I'm going to glue it or sew it, I don't need to use a lot of glue. And really, you don't even have to fold it over. But see, I'm going to because it's, you can see on the inside of the bag. And I really don't want the inside of the bag to be seen. And this is what I mean by sometimes it doesn't meet up. But I don't let that stop me. I don't worry about it. All of my journals have turned out fine so far. If you worry about every little thing that you do in a journal, you'll never get it complete. And, you know, I have learned that my journals turn out better when I go with the flow, okay? When I try not to worry about them too much. When I start putting them together, I usually never like how they look. Ever, ever. I don't remember the last time I started a journal and thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to love this. I did my oceans journal and I hated it in the beginning. I did not like it at all. And to tell you the truth, it ended up being one of my favorite journals that I've done to date. I love it. And I hated it in the beginning. It was absolutely horrible. I thought it was the worst. I was not feeling it. I did not like it. But like I said, it's now my favorite journal. I'm keeping it for myself. I'm in love with it. So, like I said, don't let it stop you. Okay. Sorry, my boys are playing a game. So you can hear them, of course. Upstairs yelling. I could tell them I'm recording and to be quiet, but I don't think it would work. I did that last night and they still yelled. So this is where we're going to put this, and I'm going to get some clips real quick just to hold it into place while I sew it. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have our cover made, the basis of it made. I'm just going to cut these strings off real quick. And you know what I just thought of? I just thought of, and I'm going to do this, a giveaway. So if you watch this video and you comment on this video, I will send this finished journal. It will not be decorated, just so you know. I will send this to you. So I will do a giveaway. Comment in the video below, and all you gotta do is comment, and after I finish this, I will give it 2 weeks and I'll do a drawing and I'll send it to one lucky winner. Okay, that sounds like a deal. I just decided to do that. It isn't going to be decorated, so don't get your hopes up as far as that goes, but it'll be a journal and you can do what you want with it, decorate it, whatnot, whatever you want. Okay, so now we have this finished. So what I would do next is I would go through my paper and I would pull, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and take these all apart right now. Pick different types of paper. This is from a printable. I can't remember who, but it's beautiful. I love it. This is a tea dyed paper. This is another printable coffee stained paper. This is some homemade paper. Some blue dyed paper. A piece of ledger. Another printable. Another printable. And coffee stained paper. And another printable. Okay. And that's what I'm going to use for my signatures on the inside. Literally, this is how quick you can make a journal. Okay, guys? Let me get my seam binding kit. And get a book real fast. And grab my crocodile. Okay. Now, you do not need a crocodile to do this. Even though I highly suggest one, you can poke through this with one of these, okay? So, this is an awl, and they come in seam binding kits. If you don't have one, you really need one. Okay, so what we're going to do, so I got to think about this for a minute. Trying to decide if I just want to go all the way through my paper. I think I'm going to. I usually don't do it like this, but we're just going to keep this nice and simple. And since it's not decorated, there's no reason to make it difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my clips. And we're going to clip this in where we want it. I want it right here. To keep it in place whenever we punch our holes in it. Okay. I don't think I need none on the bottom. I hope I don't regret that. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't normally do it like this. I normally poke my holes into my signature, and then I punch my holes separately out of my journal, and then I sew them all together. But we're not going to do that this way this time. We're going to do it like this. We're going to, like I said, we're going to keep it simple. But I just want to make sure that my pages are where they need to be. Let's see. Can we fold it? Fold's good. Okay. I'm going to grab my crocodile. And I'm just going to go down the center of it. Hopefully I don't regret doing it this way. And we're just going to punch a hole all the way through it, okay? Then we're going to do one in the center. I'm just going to eyeball it. Like I said, I'm just going with the flow. That looks like the middle. Hole punched. And then we're going to do one on this end. Same thing. Okay. Ain't wanting to go for some reason. There we go. See if I'm in the middle. Hole punched. Okay. We're going to get our seam binding, and you're going to grab a needle. And I've done a video similar to this before, but I had some requests to go back to the basics. And whenever I'm done with this, I'm going to show you guys my most used items. One of them is a seam binding kit. You need a seam binding kit. I would suggest that. I would suggest a crocodile, some art glitter glue and Fabri-Tac, and a Scotch glue stick are my go-to on my glues. Okay, guys? Fabri-Tac you can get in Walmart. Art glitter glue you can get on Amazon. Scotch glue stick you can get on Amazon. I'm afraid that hole is too small. A seam binding kit you can get on Amazon. Why is this not wanting to go in? There we go. Okay. Let me move this out of the way and show you guys. So what we're going to do is this is just a regular signature seam, or a regular signature binding. So we're going to go through the middle hole, and then we're going to go through the top hole from the back. We're going to come down to the bottom hole, and then we're going to go up to the middle hole. And there you have it. All we got to do is tie it. And that's that. You want to make sure it's really tight. And I don't need that much seam binding, so I'm going to pull some back through. I'm going to go ahead and cut it now. I don't want to waste none of my wax thread. Okay, so we want to pull it real tight. You can come to the back and see how tight it is. So what I would suggest doing is doing this real good and then tying a knot. I'm going to show you guys a trick here in a minute, okay? Keep the threads that you have in the right hands that you just did it with. Do not switch hands. But I do want you to go check to see if it's tight. It could be a little tighter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch hands with the threads and we're going to knot it again. And that will do a knot that does not come undone. That's nice and tight. We can take these off. And guys, we just made a journal in 15 minutes. It's that easy. Look at that. Now, it isn't the prettiest journal in the world, but you can decorate this and make it into whatever you want. It's super simple, super easy. You can decorate the inside and make it what you want. So, that's what we made, guys. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. My next video will actually probably be a process video showing from start to finish how I do my junk journals. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment in the descriptions. Click and follow me and check the descriptions. I said it, leave a comment in the descriptions. Leave a comment below and check the descriptions. I have some information there for you guys. So I hope that you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.